the end. In general, this is a relaxing session. We don't push it too hard. I am in Italy right now, and it's sunny and a rainstorm, which you can probably hear behind me. Okay, so it's just adding atmosphere, I guess. As always, I want to invite you to be kind to yourself and to practice with a sense of compassion for your mind, for your body. Oh, bless. Okay, we've got one person still logging in a few times. I'm guessing the audio is not working on that end. I really don't know what the problem would be. I'm so sorry. Again, she can't hear me say it. Okay. Right. So let's start because yeah, 6:35. So well, 5:35. So let's start. Okay, to begin, see if you can come either to a nice comfortable seated position, but if you've been sitting if you've been sitting at a desk or sitting most of the day today, actually give yourself a bit of a break and instead come down onto your back. And when you come onto your back, you always have the same two options. You can either bend your knees or extend the legs and just let them flop and splay. Bent knees is easier on the lower back if you have any sensitivities there. I know some of you have had questions about whether this is suitable if you're going through any treatments right now. It absolutely is. We are skipping out anything that could potentially be problematic, okay? So, either sitting up tall or lying down, just whatever you prefer. Find that comfortable centering position. And then once you've found it, let's take a few rolls of the shoulders. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. And exhale, wind them down and back. Again. And one more. And just relax the shoulders down. And then close the eyes if they're not yet closed. And take a few deep inhales through the nose, with exhales sighing or blowing the air out of the mouth. And just do this as many times as you need. Inhaling calm. Exhaling, sighing out, letting go. And just sigh out again as many times as you need. But at some point when you're ready, just come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. Notice your breath. Notice where it lands in the body. And just notice without any kind of judgment what the breath can tell you about this moment. So is the breath shallow? Is it deep? Something in between? And check in with your mind and notice the quality of the mind this evening. Thank you for telling me that. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, I'm so sorry that happened. Okay, so much of yoga is about acceptance. So sometimes that means accepting technology, which I think is here to teach us something today in particular. Um, so coming back into the space of just connecting into the now. So just recentering, whether you're lying down or seated. Check in with your breath again. Check in with your response to the technology, to the frustrations with the technology. And just as a reminder about this and anything in life, often we have very little control over particular situations, but what we do have control over is our response to them, at least on some level. So again, just notice how you're responding and then see if you can choose a response and how you're feeling right now. And then again, notice your breath. And then notice your mind. And notice how your breath and your mind interact. How they play off of each other. And then likewise, check in with how you're feeling in the heart space, your emotional center. And check in with your physical body. Notice how you're feeling, where you're feeling what, where the body is storing tension or possibly injury. Where is the body open, relaxed? And then again, notice the interplay between your breath, your mind, your emotions, and your physical body. Yoga is all about this idea of union. So when we start to calm the mind, often the body comes with it. When we start to deepen the breath, the mind comes with it, the body comes with it. So just notice that interplay. And again, just notice it without judgment. Nothing good or bad, just experiences here and now. And then from here, take the awareness and bring it back to your breath. And start to deepen the breath now. Inhale through the nose, take the breath down into the belly so that the belly rises with the inhale. And then exhale out the nose and feel the belly roll back toward the spine. So inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls, using the diaphragm to breathe. And then deepen the breath further. Inhale through the nose, fill up, belly, ribs, chest, expanding all the way up through the inhale. Exhale out the nose, chest, ribs, and belly contract. So we inhale, slowly expand all the way up. And exhale, gently contract all the way down. For those of you newer to this, this is known as a Dirga breath. The Dirga breath is a foundational breath in pranayama and yogic breathing. So just stay with this breath if you are newer to pranayama. Otherwise, you might try coming into an ujjayi or an ocean wave sounding breath by constricting in the back of the throat as you breathe. So it's a bit like if you were to hold a mirror in front of your mouth and you wanted to fog that mirror, you would. Now, to make that, you're creating a constriction in the epiglottis at the back of the throat. So the idea is that it's that same sort of constriction, but slower with the mouth closed. So you're breathing through the nose. So you could try that exhale like you were fogging a mirror. And then it's the reverse on the inhale, still the same constriction, just simply inhaling. And that's the ocean wave sounding or ujjayi breath. So either stay with your Dirga breath or play with that ujjayi breath. And let's take about at least 5 more rounds of deep breath here, between 5 and 10 rounds. And as you breathe this evening, I'd like you to visualize with every inhale this sense of calm coming into your body and just starting to pouring through the torso, pouring out into the arms and the fingers, down through the legs, all the way to the toes, also up through the throat and the crown. And just keep this deep breath flowing And with every inhale, just imagine this deepening sense of calm coming into your body, coming into your cells. And then with every exhale, feel that start to release. So you start to feel the tension release. So every inhale, calm. Every exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, start to mentally prepare yourself for movement. And just in your own time and in your own way, draw some movement back into your body, just however feels good to you. So you can stretch, yawn, sigh, just anything at all. And then from here, take the next minute now to just gradually make your way up to standing. But take your time coming up and really just stretch out along the way. Yeah, just let yourself be creative. Maybe you can find a new way up to standing or come up with your eyes closed. Just have a little play there. Give yourself time. There's no need to rush. Still dealing with this. Okay. So once you have come up to standing, and if you're still coming up, just take your time. But when you do eventually come up, bring your feet to about a hip distance stance, squaring the toes forward. Okay. And then from there, just nice simple start. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, release down. So just merging breath and movement. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. And again, inhale, lift. And then this time when you come up, just interlace your fingers and then turn your palms up to the sky, lifting up as high as you can there. Okay, and then turn the knuckles back up. Unwind your fingers. Let your right hand come down. Bring your right hand into your waist, pressing in and up under your ribs. Inhale, lift that left arm. And then exhale, Start to push in again, in and up under the waist. Let that left arm stretch across. Inhale up through center. And simple, just taking it to the other side. Exhale, roll, taking that left hand down, in and up under the ribs. Inhale, stretch to the sky. And then exhale, tip it across. Okay, inhale, take it all the way back through center. We're going to do our usual stretch for the neck. So what I'd like you to do is interlace your fingers, and then you're going to take your hands behind your head. Okay, you don't have to squat, I'm just coming so you can see a bit better. Okay, now I want you to stand up as tall as you can. Hands behind the back of the head interlaced, inhale. And then exhale, tuck the chin in toward your chest, let your elbows drop down toward the sides of your head there. So it's just your neck tipping forward. And already you should start to feel a bit of a stretch moving through the back of your neck. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, turn to peek under your left armpit. So just a subtle turn of the head so that you really can get that little extra stretch on. And then inhale back through center. And exhale over to the other side. Oh, for those of you that spend a lot of time looking at a screen, I hope that this feels good. Okay, inhale back through center. Let's do one more to each side. Exhale. Take it to the left, just subtle turn of the head, looking under the armpit. Inhale, center. Oh, exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Lift the head, lift the heart, lift all the way up through the arms. And then from here, exhale, take the hands, bring them down in front of you, like a walking mummy, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to come into something known as the breath of joy, which feels a little energetic, but the idea is that we're bringing all that good oxygen into the body as we're also warming up the back. And it might feel a little silly to do this, but just let yourself be silly. And again, the idea is that we are getting that nice flow of oxygen, which is so healthy for us. So what we're going to do is, again, walking mummy, like Egyptian mummy here, okay? And then you're going to take an inhale, sniff through the nose. So it's like it's this big sniff. And then you take it out to the side to a T, second sniff. And then take a third sniff up to the sky. And then we're going to exhale and we bend the knees and we go ski jumping down and we exhale, ha. So we're going to do a couple slow and then do it more quickly, okay? So it's an inhale here, okay? Egyptian mummy. Take it out to a T, sniff. Third sniff, up to the sky, and then we exhale, we bend the knees, ha. Okay, and again, so T, or forward, side, up, and ski jump, ha. Okay, now quicker. Ha. 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 Keep it going. If you're feeling ridiculous about this, ha. Can you enjoy that feeling? Can you laugh about it? Ha. 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 A few more. Ha. 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 Start to slow it down. One more. And then inhale, lift it all the way up. And exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. And then just exhale, wind them down and back. And take a moment just to sigh out there. And notice how even just that deepening of the breath, that movement might shift the energy, shift how you're feeling. Where do you feel it? Your heart rate might have gone up a little bit. Just notice. Some of you might really respond to that, others might not at all. So just become aware. And then again, with the shoulders back, interlace your fingers behind your back and draw down through the arms. So you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, hugging them around the spine. And then put a soft bend in the knees. And on your next exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Hang the head, hang the arms. So those interlaced fingers hanging back and away from the lower back as far as they'll go. Head is nice and heavy here. Just like this bowling ball attached to your neck, hanging down. And then if this is enough, stay here. If you'd like to take it a little further, you can put a little swirl into your hands. So just imagine that you're stirring the air behind you with your knuckles. And you're actually isolating the shoulders here. You're isolating this roll through the shoulders, stirring that air behind you. But if you find you're sort of taking a dance in your knees and in your hips, again, their knees and hips aren't invited to this party, unfortunately. It's just the shoulders, okay? So we have the shoulders circling around. And take it in the opposite direction. Okay, take it all the way back to center. Draw the hands back down towards your lower back. Unwind your fingers. And then inhale, reverse the swan dive up to the sky. Exhale. Release the arms down. If at any point you get lightheaded, if you're warm, if you're dehydrated, or if you're just prone to it, just let yourself take whatever time you need. And then once you're back at standing, take a moment just to sigh out. One more breath here. Okay. So we're going to play a little bit with balancing this week. So do feel free to use a wall or any props that you might have. And just notice how it is. Balancing can be really frustrating, and see if you can treat it just as a play. That's it. You're just playing. So there's no need to prove anything or to do, you know, if you fall over, it's fine. So, okay, so we're bringing our feet to a nice hip distance stance. I'm sorry I keep moving around. I'm just trying to figure out the best place I can be with the light. After next week, I won't be in this space, so it should be easier next week. Okay, so feet hip distance stance, shoulders back, and we zip up through the pelvis, zip up through the core. Connect to the earth. Feel your feet grounding down. And then shift your weight a little bit side to side, leg to leg, foot to foot. And shift your weight into your right foot. use your hands to counterbalance, or please feel free to use a wall if at any point you need. And then once you've shifted your weight into your right foot, take your left heel, bring it up above your right ankle, letting that left knee point out to the side. If this is enough, stay here. If you want to take this further, slide that foot up into the calf, or you can help that foot all the way up into the thigh possibly, but avoid putting the foot on the knee. You want to either keep it thigh, calf, or just above the ankle, okay? Now, once you're there, you're going to take the arms all the way up into a high namaste. I realized that I'm being cut off there. So just take it all the way up, bringing the hands together. Okay, now, once you have the hands up, we are going to play with something this week. So my thought this week was to try to open up the shoulders and the chest a bit, because most of us tend to store a bit of tension there. So with your hands together now, I want you to turn so that the backs of your hands are coming together, okay? So backs of the hands are coming together. And then I want you to cross your right hand behind your left. And I'll come close to the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So we've got backs of the hands together and then right behind left. And then I want you to lift up as high as you can there. So you're taking the arms up. So not only are you balancing here, but you're opening up the shoulders and the upper back. So we really lift, 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 lift. Okay, and then start to unwind. And remember to play. I want you to turn that left leg out, and you are going to flex that foot, lift the leg, so you're up in a crane pose. It feels ridiculous. I think this pose feels ridiculous. I've been doing it for years, and it always feels ridiculous. Just go with that feeling. Let your arms be nice and floppy. If you remember the Karate Kid, this is that. This is the Karate Kid pose, okay? And we lift it up. And try to avoid leaning back as you lift it up. Keep your spine nice and straight on that standing leg. You are a crane. You are a beautiful flamingo. Okay. Take another breath here. And then exhale. I want you to cross that left leg in front of your right. Let the arms for a moment come down. Adjust your feet however you need. Crossing causes a little bit of a balance as well. If you want to have that left foot slightly in front, great. If you want to have them right next to each other, also okay. Take the arms back to a T. Square your hips forward. It's really easy to sort of turn the hips out to the right. Keep them forward. Inhale. And exhale, swan dive. Hinge forward from the hips. Ooh, hang the head, hang the arms. Sigh it out. And you should feel a stretch through that back right calf there. I feel like I can hear some of you sort of groaning about this, muttering, I thought this was supposed to be relaxing. Stretching, I think there's a misconception about how stretching feels when we're doing it, but it feels great afterward. Take another 2 breaths here. Okay, and then push through your feet. I want you to bring your chest halfway up. So you're bringing it parallel to the ground. Take your arms out into airplane. And then reverse the swan dive up to the sky, unwind the legs, and we take 3 cleansing breaths. So we bend the knees, sweep down. Inhale, sweep up. And again. And one more. Inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, release down. Take a shoulder roll. Exhale back. Okay. And again, I want you to connect to your feet. Let yourself sigh. If you feel a tension that's built up, just let it go. Okay. Ground through the feet. Try to shift the weight as evenly as you can from foot to foot, leg to leg. And just take a few sways back and forth. It's beautiful. If you're a beautiful tree, just swaying in the breeze. And shift your weight into your left foot. And again, do the best that you can to even out the weight. So you put it into the ball, the side, the heel of your foot. And then turn that right knee out to the side, bringing the ankle up above, bringing the heel up above the ankle. Maybe take the foot up into the calf or take the foot all the way up into the thigh. And it can really help to find a drishti. So point on the wall or the floor that doesn't move. So not me, because I move. Not your cat or your dog, unless they're sort of chilled. Okay, and then when you're ready, inhale, lift the arms. And again, we take the hands all the way up first into a high namaste. Just finding that tree pose, finding Vrikshasana. And turn the backs of the hands together. Cross left behind right. Inhale, lift, drawing the elbows toward each other behind the head, if that allows. If the upper back and the shoulders don't allow, it's absolutely fine to have them out front. Keep breathing deeply. Start to unwind it, making very floppy arms, floppy wrists, floppy elbows. And then you're going to turn that right leg out and forward. Flex the foot, lift the leg, but again, keep your spine nice and straight up. So Karate Kid, Balikikasana, crane pose. What kind of bird are you? Are you stuck in a storm? If you're a very awkward bat, I don't know. Take another breath here. Oh, and then exhale, cross that right leg over your left. Take your arms to a T, square the hips forward, ground the feet as best you can, and then fold. Ooh, hang the head, hang the arms, and now say hi to that back left calf. Okay, push through your feet, bring your chest parallel to the ground, lift the arms, come back into airplane. And then reverse the swan dive up to the sky. And again, feet hip distance, and we take a few cleansing breaths. Exhale, bend the knees, take the arms down, inhale, lift. And again. One more. And then inhale, lift all the way up. And then this time, exhale, swan dive, hinge forward from your hips. And just hang the head, hang the arms, coming down into Uttanasana, down into a standing forward fold. So the legs are straight, head is hanging down, arms are heavy, head is heavy. Sigh out here. Uttanasana is known to be a physiologically calming pose for the body. So it might just be worth filing away that sometimes if you need a break, it can help just to hang forward, just to let everything relax down. Let's take one more movement here. So in this forward fold, I'd like you to take hold of opposite elbows in opposite hands and just hang the head and sway the hips side to side. And you should feel some micro stretches through the backs of the calves there. And then sway back to center. Release the hands down. And from there, just simply bend your knees and take your hands all the way down, come down through a squat. Okay, and then once you have come into that squat, you have a couple options. If it feels okay to you, you might just let yourself plop down onto your bottom. If that doesn't work, just take your hands down and let yourself come down that way. Okay, now let's take a little Baddha Konasana, a bound angle pose. Draw the soles of your feet together. Bring your heels as close to your groin as is comfortable. Interlace the fingers over the toes. And then inhale, take the heart forward, roll the shoulders back, and traction up through the spine. So you're really sending your heart forward there, but shoulders back. And just breathe. And then if you want to take this further, you're going to, again, you're still elongating the spine here. Inhale. And then exhale, lean in. So you're just leaning into it forward from the hips. And the heart is pressing still forward a bit more toward the floor in front of you. So you're still at a slight arch or flat back. And if that's enough, stay there. If at any point your knees hurt, take it back up to the level where they don't. And then if you want to take it even further, you're just going to inhale, elongate, and exhale, round down. Taking the head down toward the toes. If for any reason rounding hurts your spine, hurts your back, just take it back up to that flat back. And likewise, only take it to the point that your body is happy to go to. Okay. Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. And then from here, just lean back, take the legs out in front of you, give them a little shake out. And actually, I'm just seeing how much time we have. It's gone too quickly because of the glitches. Okay. We're going to have a short relaxation at the end. I actually want to do a little bit of self-massage again, because we did that for the face a few weeks ago, and I think many of you seem to really like that. So we're going to love up the feet a little bit because our feet, they need our love. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down a bit more. Okay, so what I would like you to do here is take your right foot in, but we're not drawing it all the way in. We're just letting it sort of hang where it's comfortable. Left leg, just love the left leg, but just let it hang again where it's comfortable, okay? And then I want you to take your thumbs and bring your thumbs, so this will be really nice after all that balancing actually. Take your thumbs and I want you to place them on the middle part of the ball of your foot there, just up at the front, okay, up at the top. And we're going to use techniques from Thai massage. So when you do Thai massage, you're not sort of pushing into people. I mean, on some level you are, but the way that you're doing it is with your body weight. So you can lean in and it's a bit of a dance. So thumbs are at the ball of the foot there. And I just want you to press in and lean. You can lean it back. Just do that a few times and be intuitive about this. What feels good to you? Don't worry about what I'm doing if something else feels better to you. I think people would rather have a massage from inexperienced massage hands than no hands. I'm pretty sure your foot feels the same. So then have a play. You can move your thumbs around a bit, around the foot a bit, and you just sort of work it. Ooh, should hopefully feel really nice. And you can of course move the position of your hand. And notice if it's hard to offer yourself some self-care. We can be quite unkind to ourselves. So if you struggle with that, if you struggle with offering your body some love, some compassion, some kindness, think about how you would be with your best friend. You know, with your best friend or your partner or your dog, you know? And for a moment, just see your body as your friend. And then once you've had a little massage of the feet, I want you to take your thumbs, and there's sort of this, you can imagine this line where the sort of the front and the back of the leg meet, and you can just press in there and work your way up, leaning in and out. And again, if you find any spaces where you need to hang out a bit longer or be a bit more of a cat, needing them, go right ahead. You can even use the ball of your hand. You can massage your muscle like you're massaging bread, kneading bread. Love up your upper leg too, a bit with your thumbs. And if nothing else, just say a mental thank you to this leg. It's with you. It gets you where you need to go. Okay. When you've had a go of that, I just want you to imagine that you are sweeping out any stale energy from that leg. So you're just going to do that 3 times. Okay? And then just swap. So right leg extended out, left leg happy for its turn. Start with the foot. And just start with massaging the foot. And again, let yourself create a bit of a dance with this. You can put the hands however you feel is right. So if you want to put both on top or one underneath. You can work up into that leg anytime. Just do what you need to do, what feels right. Sometimes you might find tense spots that you didn't even know that you had. Nice to be aware of them. Maybe you can love up this leg a bit more, and the spots a bit more. Historically, my personality was one that just wanted to do everything right. So if you have that personality as well, I realize that maybe things like this can be a little scary to say, just do this, do what feels right, be intuitive. That can be frightening, but it's a good thing to recognize in ourselves and to start to practice that letting go. What is right? What is right? Right is what feels good. Right is learning what feels good, and maybe not getting it 100% on the mark the first time. It's okay. Okay. Once you've had some nice love poured into that left leg and foot, sweep that energy out, the stale energy that is. Okay. And then just start to bring yourself back down. Or maybe it's the first time you're coming down for this session. Oh. Take yourself all the way down onto your back. Either bend your knees or extend the legs out. And take a few deep sighs, deep breaths, followed by deep sighs. Close your eyes if they're not yet closed. And just feel your eyelids become heavy. Feel the muscles of your face soften. Relax the brow. Relax the corners of the eyes, the corners of the mouth. Loosen the jaw. Feel everything. Just relaxing down. And take a moment to, in gratitude, be here now. So often we project ourselves into the future or we revisit the past and we miss the fact that what we have is right here in this moment. So in this moment, you have this body, you have your breath, you have the place where you're doing this, you have the technology to do this. You have your ability to hear, to see, to feel the earth under you, to smell, to just be here. So take a moment to just appreciate that being here now. And start to deepen the breath. And draw some movement back into your fingers, your toes, your limbs. And gently roll to one side. Then press your body all the way back up to seated. Take your hands into prayer in front of the heart. Gently bow, honoring your body, your light, your practice, and this earth. And also just energetically thank each other for being here together, making it possible to share this time and practice together. Again, I'm so sorry about sort of the technological glitches. Next week I will be in a different space, a bigger space, so hopefully all good there. Yeah, anyway, I hope you all have a really lovely week, and I hope I see you next week. Okay, thank you so much. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. I'm glad.